Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got one replay in the American Tier 7 Premium Tank Destroyer, the Super Hellcat. And it's another community replay, so this time we've got Grubber65 in this little gem of a Tier 7 American Tank Destroyer. And Grubber is going to have a fantastic game. Now Grubber has his own YouTube channel, again, it's in the description down below. Just click the app and you will find his channel. He does upload replays every now and then on there, and like I say, it's going to have a great game in this tank. Now the Super Hellcat, what's it like? Well, the Super Hellcat is really good. It basically is the Hellcat but on steroids, because it's at tier 7 instead of tier 6, and to reflect that, obviously all of its stats are far better. It has pretty similar pen to the standard tier 6, but the gun is great. The DPM's a lot better. You get more ammo, which means you've got more carry potential. And it's still that filthily stealthy tank destroyer that you love and know from the tier 6. Now, I've always really enjoyed this tank. It's a lot of fun. Is it better than the Hellcat 105? Probably not. I think the Hellcat 105 is a tank that probably could have quite easily been at tier 7, just the way it performs. It's an absolute beast of a tank. And yeah, it's not better than this tank. But this tank is still really solid, and Grubber's going to have a great time making the most of its strengths. So, in terms of recruit, what do I run on the tank? Well, on the tank, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Run and Gun, Steady Aim, Trap Mechanic, Camouflage Expertise, and Muffled Shot. Run the Camo perks because it is a stealthy TD. I want to make it as stealthy as possible and reduce the camo when I'm firing and all that sort of stuff, but I still want to make it a little bit more accurate with Steady Aim and Run and Gun, because while Grubber is, like you see here, Grubber is firing while stationary and stuff, and Snapshot might be better for a turret TD like this, where you're going to be firing from stationary a lot. I also play, for myself, I play quite aggressively, and I will tend to pop a lot of shots on the move as well, where I'm moving to different positions, that sort of stuff, and I like to just make myself that little bit more accurate. But again, like the Charioteer you saw in the other replay, community replay with Prof Foodie and his Charioteer, you could just drop Trap Mechanic and think, you know what, if I get a shot I'm going to die, right? So I'll drop Trap Mechanic and I'll put Snapshot on and run that instead. I just tend to have generic crews like that as a basis for things, and I don't tend to specify crews to tanks as much, because I have loader crews and they just move around every single tank in my garage all the time. So, yeah, most of my crews are just bases, right? They're a basis for a tank, and if you want to improve it or specify it to other routes, that's what you do. So, Grubber is having an okay game so far. He's got 607 assistance from a little bit of tracking. He's at 947 damage. He's managed to farm quite a little bit from those that are camping at the back from this little position. He knows there's a bar back there, and he doesn't want to get spotted and deleted by the bar, because the bar is going to hurt. As much as the bar can't get its gun on target, if it does get its gun on target, it's got a big gun, and unfortunately for the Super Hellcat, and for, well, actually, to be honest, for a lot of tanks, for most tanks, if that thing hits you with the AP round, it's going to pen most of the time. It's got high pen, obviously, but also the caliber of the gun means it overmatches a lot of plates and a lot of tanks. Like the bar, if it sees a 705A, for example, you think about a 705A, or a 705 even, like, it's got a lot of armour, but if it shoots you in the side and you're trying to side scrape it, quite often that tank, wow, look at that shell. That shell velocity is incredibly bad. But yeah, if it hits you in the side, it's more than likely actually going to overmatch you, because the caliber of the gun is so insanely massive on that thing. And the Super Hellcat, it's going to get overmatched absolutely everywhere. It's going to pen you no matter what. If it hits you, you're dead. Just take it that way. So he doesn't want to get spotted and deal with that. And now he's seen that the other flank has started to fall. So Grubber's going to go get stuck in on the other flank and try and change the course of that flank. Currently his team is losing quite badly. 10-7 so far. Well, it's not so badly yet. It's 3 tanks down. He's got 2 TDs on the corner at B9 that are sort of halting the advance. But he spots this Balsig, and this Balsig, he gets a nice shot into, well, auto-aimed, which he gets very fortunate that he's tracked him in place. And that poor Balsig is screwed. It's clearly not got Trap Mechanic, and that means that he is getting perma-tracked by the Super Hellcat. If he had Trap Mechanic, he might be able to get out of the way, but no, it's not happening. He clearly doesn't have his repair kit left either, and Grubber manages to just farm the whole tank's health. That poor Balsig, he really got done in by RNG then, because Obviously, it wasn't planned to hit the tracks, it just RBRT'd. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It gets perma-tracked in that situation. Now there's a T23E3, which we're going to be seeing a lot more of on the game in the near future, because a lot of people are going to start to earn that tank. And he gets a nice shot snapped in on that guy as well. But he is spotted, and like I said, there's a lot left at the minute, so he doesn't want to poke out too far too fast. So otherwise, while he's spotted, he's going to get shot up. Because obviously, like I said, the Hellcat's got no armor, and you're a big, you know, you're a target, right? So if you get spotted and get looked at, and anything sneezes your way, it's going to pen you. So he knows there's the tank destroyer at F4. He knows there's tanks in front of us, like the Kampfpanzer over there. That he's just watching to see where that T23E3 might pop up again. But the medium tank pops up at A7. And it's like, okay, what's that? That might be the T23E3 that's relocated. It might be something else. So he's going to move into the little dips and dodges over here to be able to get to a better position to start getting shots at the guys attacking these TDs. This little dip over here on Arctic region is a really good spot to be in, because you can get hull down and you can get good flanking shots. Now he's got some shots on the side of this Kampfpanzer 50T. He gets one auto aimed into his side, which is nice, and then he gets to shut him down, which is great. Helps out the, well, unfortunately for the SU-130PM, he gets shut down, but he helps out the 704 on his team. Now there's the T23E3 that was behind him. Unfortunately, the T23E3 shuts down the 704, but he pops around to finish it off. Now, I feel like Grubber probably could have got up there to shoot that guy straight away, but he was spotted, so he's probably doing the right thing, trying to wait to be unspotted first. But he did have the hit points. He probably could have popped up to try and save the 704 there. But reality is, the Indian Panzer where he is, and the other medium tank, that 704, was probably gone anyway. He gets two really fortunate shots on the move into the Indian Panzer and into the medium tank there at D8. But that's where having perks like run and gun is really helpful, because if you didn't have run and gun there, it's a lot less likely you're going to hit those shots, and you know that's where I like Grubber just showed off why I like having run and gun, right? Being more accurate on the move is always helpful for when you're playing fast tanks like this and you need to relocate, but yet you can get shots on the move with your turret. So he's going after this Indian Panzer. Like I say, he's got the hit points. Unfortunately, his auto aim shot finally misses one, and he doesn't quite get to kill the Indian Panzer, but it's just, come on, turret traverse, and unfortunately the Indian Panzer gets a shot into him, but he manages to shut down the Indian Panzer. He is 1 versus 3 left now. It has been 1 versus 5. The T-34-1 then gets a shot into his front, which breaks his engine, which happens a lot with the Hellcat. And now he's got a damaged engine, but he manages to get a shot in to shut down that Super Hellcat, and there's not Super Hellcat, T-34-1 with his Super Hellcat, and there's 2 tank destroyers left. Now, broken engine on this thing is painful, right? Because you are a fast tank. If you're going in a straight line, you'll be able to hit your top speed. But you've got already very, very limited traverse speed with the turreted tank destroyer, which means that trying to turn is absolutely painful. He spots this SU-130PM right now, and he's going to pop out to see if he can get a shot at him, but the SU-130PM gets behind cover just in time. And, yeah, he's going to change up his position now to get up on top of this little ridge line over here. Or try to, at least. He's just watching to see what the SU-130PM's doing, because you never know. The SU-130PM looked like it was backing up, and in that way, it might pop back enough for him to get a shot at him. Then a TD gets spotted from his base, and it's the bar. Oh, it's the big bar. Now, that bar obviously is going to struggle to get his gun on target, but he's higher up than the bar, so the bar will still get the shot in. The bar pulls back when he gets spotted, though. He's always going to outspot the bar because the bar has a lot of armor now, but it's as big as a house and has no camo, so it's easy to spot for the Super Hellcat, who has decent camo, decent view range and really good camo. Now he's got to find this SU-130PM. He knows exactly where the bar is because the bar's capping, and it's like, where's the SU-130PM gone? So he's going to rotate down this way, see if he can spot that SU-130PM anywhere around there, but also rotate into a different position to be able to attack the bar in the cap. Just keep him wary where this SU-130PM has gone, because the SU-130PM, again, is going to overmatch the Super Hellcat pretty much most places and kill it no matter what if it hits it. It's got enough alpha to kill him in one shot as well, so he's got to be super careful. But he knows if he catches this SU-130PM out, he's going to kill it in one shot because he's got the alpha. So he's just got to get into a position now to be able to, well, see this guy and try and reset the cap. So what he's doing is he's going around a position where he probably thinks the SU-130PM's escaped to, because that's the sort of direction he was, right? But he doesn't find it, and there's no SU-130PM in the cap, so it's like, where is this guy? He's got a time pressure going on as well. 30 seconds left on the cap. He's got to get in to reset it. If he spots this bar and gets a shot into reset, he's more than likely going to get spotted and shot by the SU-130PM wherever he's skulked off to, but he's got to go back to reset. There's no doubt about that, otherwise it's going to be game over. So he pops up. Fortunately enough, there's this destroyed tree, but he still gets spotted. Pops up. The bar thinks he's going to come from the other way. He's just got to make sure he gets this shot in, which he does. Resets the cap. He's got another minute and 40 seconds left now. Oh, and the SU-130PM shot flies right past. A little helping of luck there, which is really fortunate. Now the SU-130PM pokes out too much, and he gets to shut him down. A handy helping of luck. But you take those things when you're 1 versus 5, right? You've got to take every bit that you can. And he gets to shut down the SU-130PM, and he's turned this 1 versus 5 into a 1 versus 1 against this tier 9 bar. And that's all he's got left to shoot. Now, the bar obviously is going to struggle to get his gun on target on him, like I say, because, well, it's a bar. It's got no gun. It's got 0 gun depression. He's also going to really struggle to keep him spotted, but he's still got to be careful. Now, he bounces off his superstructure because he is firing Prem. Doesn't quite pen that. He's got to get the lower plate or the side to be able to pen it, especially now after it's been buffed, although this was before the buff for the bar because that was only recently. So he's doing the smart thing, and the smart thing is to completely relocate. Obviously, he's got 30 seconds, but he's in a Super Hellcat. The Super Hellcat is ridiculously quick, and by relocating, it's only going to take like 5 seconds to relocate. He can get 1 shot into his side, and the problem with the turretless TD and the fact that it's a bar just means that he's never going to be able to react in time to get round. It's got poor traverse speed. He gets spotted. He's just going to get shot. So he gets 1 in, leaves him on 255 health, which is not enough for a 1-shot for him unless he high rolls, which he doesn't. Leaves him on a 1-shot now, and the bar finally turns round. That reaction time to the bar was not great there. He managed to get 2 shots into him, but the thing is, it's the awkward realisation of being in a turretless TD, right? The tank's always, if it's got great mobility like this Super Hellcat has, you're always going to be able to relocate, get a shot in, and then relocate to a different position, get a shot in. You're always going to get shot before it's managed to turn around and get its armor back on target. Now, that bar actually thinks that he's just big-brained him. The bar thinks he's going to relocate back to the other position he was in, but fortunately enough, Grubber hasn't. And he finishes with the victory, takes down the 1 versus 5, 7 kills, 3.7k damage, 2.2k base, nearly 2,187 base XP. A really nice game by Grubber65 in the Super Hellcat, a fellow pleb. He gets the Devastator for his 7 kills, the 607 assistance, Kolobanov's medal, Ace Tanker, Defender medal, and the Top Gun. Takes down the 1 versus 5 in the Super Hellcat. Thank you, Grubber, for sending in this replay. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel down below. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!